Automobility is a really cool customizable vehicle mod within Minecraft. There's several different body types, wheels types, and even attachments that make every vehicle unique and applicable to whatever you need. I feel like as far as car mods go, this one really nails it down as convenient and works with Minecraft quite seamlessly. Anyways, enjoy the video, let me know if you found this showcase helpful, and please consider hitting that subscribe button. So getting started in this mod is actually really cheap and available early game. So the main block you have to make here is the auto mechanic table. All you need is 2 cobblestone and 2 copper ingots, just like that, and you get the auto mechanic table. So the auto mechanic table gives you the crafting for pretty much 99% of the stuff you're going to need in this mod, all in one spot. You don't need to memorize crafting recipes. It's all right in here. So very essential and also very cheap. But there's 2 more items that are absolutely essential. The crowbar. This is going to be your main tool. This thing is used to remove parts and vehicles. It's very important to have, and it's only 1 iron and 1 copper. Then you got to actually make the automobile assembler. That's also very cheap. It is just 3 copper and some cobblestone, just like that. And you place it down like an anvil, and it doesn't have a UI or anything because it is simply where you'll assemble your vehicles. So let's get started on a very cheap one. Let's do the first one we can, which is the wooden motor car. Actually, what other ones we have? Okay, yeah. So the motor cars are kind of the cheaper ones. They're your daily drivers. These guys aren't great, but they do look cool. So let's start with the wooden one. All right, so we're going to make the wooden automobile. So we need 1 redstone, 1 cobblestone, 1 leather, 2 planks, 1 smooth stone, 1 stick, and 1 iron. Bada bing, bada boom. We got our automobile frame. Well, pretty much the worst one in the game. But then we can drop that right onto the automobile assembler, and we have our empty frame. The main thing, though, is there are no wheels. This thing is not going to drive without wheels. So let's do wheels next. There's a bunch of different ones. I am going to do the very basic streetcar one, which is just 2 stone. Oh no, you need specifically deep slate for this. Okay, cobble, deep slate, and iron ore, and boom, automobile wheel. And of course, you're gonna have to make 4 of these, but you can just walk up and assemble this by just clicking right here onto the assembler. And boom. We have 4 wheels on here. These are 4 standard wheels on one cruddy little box car, but it does look pretty cool. But it's not going to drive because we don't have an engine in this thing yet. So that's next is engine. The very basic tier is stone, which is literally just a furnace, stone, some wood, and coal. The only issue I have is you can't shift click the items. Like I have all the items, but they do make you manually place them all. It feels unnecessary. Boom. We have the stone engine. Now, this thing has low torque and low speed. This obviously, we are driving a wood car with a stone engine. Hello, sir. You get out of here. I'm working. But if you just click on it, you'll notice it is starting to run. You have an engine. You got your wheels. You got your body. And it's just WASD. Now, this car... Oh. I didn't think this car was going to be able to go over blocks. Oh yeah, okay, the size of these wheels is 1.0. So basically, in this mod, if you have a wheel that is below 1, that means it can't go over blocks. So anything like this is 0.6, this is 0.69. These won't go up blocks, but I didn't realize we made sure to craft some wheels that were over 1 block tall, so we can kind of drive over some basic plains terrain. And to be honest, this is still faster than walking. So for how cheap it was, not too shabby. You can also hold space to start doing some drifts, but we need to get some open land. There we go. And you can see the flames behind the wheels change color because it's charged up. So then when you let go of your drift, you actually get a speed boost. It's exactly the same mechanics as the old OG Fortnite golf cart drifting, if anyone knows what I'm talking about. But this is the most basic car you got. And I'm going to be honest, this thing looks pretty freaking snazzy, dare I say. I would have this just hanging around in the crib, in the garage. I mean, it's got the headlights. It's looking sleek. It's got this cool little stone engine in the back, but we can make cooler. So let's go make cooler. For the automobile frames, they actually go up in weight. And from what I've discovered, the lower the weight, the overall better acceleration and speed the vehicle is. So the wooden frame was actually pretty good as far as getting good speed. But you can move all the way up and do the bejeweled car, which I believe is really just trying to flex. It costs the same except you throw obsidian and a diamond block in there. But the bejeweled car does look pretty cool. Let's throw on some cool... Like, what are the most expensive wheels we can get going? Oh, we can get bejeweled wheels, too. for a diamond. All right, so now we got the bejeweled car with the bejeweled wheels. We just need a good engine, which the highest tier engine has 95 torque and 85 speed, which is the diamond engine, which if you want to see the crafting, here's all the crafting. It's pretty straightforward. Still, even the highest tier is not that expensive. You could get 2 diamonds and obsidian within 2 Minecraft days. Like, that wouldn't be hard at all. So we'll make the diamond engine, slap that in here, and we have the diamond mobile. Now, also I forgot to mention there's a key that allows you to honk the horn. But for some reason, for me, it holds down anytime I click it. And that happens a lot. But this is the bejeweled streetcar. Honestly, this thing is slower than that wooden car we just had. But a lot of these cars build up speed over time. They don't have the greatest acceleration. So if you can just keep going straight, you can actually pick up some decent speed. Maybe we'll hit some drifts here. For speed. Oh yeah, hit a drift, you can go pretty fast. All right, you know what? The bejeweled streetcar is actually pretty quick. I'm a fan. We are zooming. Oh, I just drifted into a cow. Did I kill it? I did. But the next tier we have are these tractors. Tractors are pretty much as slow as they get. They're for hard working machinery, you know? So let's make a classic green tractor here with 1 iron, 1 block of copper, black stone, green dye, and iron bars. And boom, we have our green tractor body. But we're gonna need a better engine than the stone tier. So maybe we'll throw in a more basic engine. Let's just throw in the copper one, which is 2 copper ingots, a furnace, coal, and an iron nugget. And boom. I kind of forgot that we also need to put wheels on this thing. So let's find some wheels. We're gonna need some, oh yeah, these tractor wheels right here could work. Yeah, let's do the tractor wheels, which is just wool and gold nugget. I'm now realizing, I don't know if I said this earlier, it has all of the stats here. So this does not have a lot of acceleration, but it does have a lot of grip and it is quite heavy. Oh, there we go. So here we are in the tractor. The tractor, it's not the fastest. Oh, wow. Sorry, sheep. But it's good. It's maneuverable. It has a good grip, I guess, because that just stopped us from falling off the edge. The tractors are great for attachments. I'm going to expand more on all of the attachments later. We're going to go through all of these, but I am going to just add one basic attachment called the grass cutter on the front. And boom, grass cutter right on the front. And look at that. Now, it might not be a huge surprise to people what this does, but you can get the grass cutter on the front of your tractor and you can just cut down all the grass. It's actually pretty helpful if you really need to clear out a decent amount of space. I like using drifting to help. Damn, I did not realize how much drifting was going to boost this thing. Hold on. Now, to remove the attachment, just click on it with the crowbar. Give me that back. We're going to circle back to all of the attachments individually, but until then, we're going to continue going through all of the cars. So after you go through the tractors, which these just have different color variants, they are all the same. There is a shopping cart, which is an ultra lightweight body you can use. I believe it is the lightest besides these rickshaws, which we'll get to later. But this just requires iron bars, iron ingots, and a copper ingot. And boom, shopping cart. Now I'm going to put the shopping cart in here. And it looks pretty good, but we do also need wheels on here. So let's try out some new wheels we haven't tried out yet. Here, let's put on the off-road wheels. These ones are just a little bit better, a little bit bigger, and have more grip. You need 2 black wool and 1 block of iron, and you can get your off-road tires. And of course, you need 4 of these. And they look a bit silly on the ridiculously small body of the shopping cart that these wheels are pretty much touching, but whatever. And then lastly, we're going to make an engine. And you know what? I might as well do the gold engine. And boom. Look at her. So this is our our off-roading shopping cart. Honestly, this would probably be my daily driver in Minecraft. You can just go up ledges and stuff, no big issue, crawl out of caves, no problem at all. Let's travel through the woods real quick. Oh. Okay. It can get a little bit awkward here and there, but let's do some drifts. Hold up. Oh, come on. Speed boost. And I think that's the beauty of this mod is the modular aspect of it. There is actually no definitive vehicles in this mod. Like if you go to the creative tab, there are presets where they have some that you can just pull out of creative and drop down with everything you need in them. Like they'll give you a gold car with gold wheels. But making an off-roading monster cart shopping cart is pretty cool. This monster cart is fire. Next we have the, I don't even know what to call these. These are just like fast automobiles. Now these are just different color variants. They're all the same type here. The standard. These are kind of like more like Mario Kart go-kart vibe. Pretty middle ground on weight. So let's do a fun one. We already did green. Let's do a pink automobile. So you just need pink dye or the dye of your choice, 2 iron ingots, a copper block, calcite, and leather. Get yourself your pink body. Now I think I'm gonna do these plated wheels because they look like they're kind of, I guess they're copper, but it just requires copper ingot and wood. 2, 3, 4. Oh, it matches. Honestly, that coppery color looks kind of pink. I'm rocking with it. And then this time we're going to try out the iron engine here, which is the middle ground. Boom. You know, the iron engine looks pretty good. It blends in. Looks like a regular one. So here we have it. These wheels are over 1 block tall, so they can go over blocks. But this should be a little nimble car. Probably not the greatest for off-roading. You'd probably want to make your own little roads for these. Because I'd be using these all the time. This is one of the few vehicle mods that does not require any fuel for a powered vehicle. Which is interesting. Yeah, you don't have to put any coal in here. It's just drive and go. You can also, of course, see your speed in the top left corner. Probably should have pointed that out earlier, but you can do that. Oh. Next, we have the Rickshaws. Now, these are your fastest moving vehicles. They're extremely light, and they're all made out of specialty ingredients. So we have the Amethyst Rickshaw, which is made with a block of amethyst shard, and then stripped wood, wool, iron, and redstone. And then there's like the quartz one, which is a little bit heavier, requires entirely different set. You need nether brick, you need golds, you need a block of quartz, redstone, leather, iron, and another nether quartz item. There's a prismarine, which requires prismarine bricks, nautilus shell, prismarine shard, and specifically cut sandstone. And then the lightest one, which by the way, the prismarine is 0.14, which is the second lightest. The absolute lightest is the Echo Rickshaw, which is made with an echo shard and a skulk, as well as bones, cobbled deep slate, wool. Oh gosh. So I think we're going to, of course, just do the Echo Rickshaw. Might as well just go the whole way. Which this Echo Rickshaw body has a really cool design to it. Now it's time to make some wheels. I want to make sure it has some good old wheels. I want to be able to go kind of fast. Because my thoughts here is bejeweled matches the deep slate color. We got to do a diamond engine, right? Boom. Diamond bejeweled rickshaw. Now I believe if we can just get a little bit of build up here, we can go pretty fast. It just has some acceleration time. Because now we're already approaching 18 blocks per second without boosting. We're about to hit 20. So if you are able to make a good straight road, this thing can cruise at a ridiculously fast rate. If we go into survival and break it, it does break it down into its core components. And then lastly, we have the pineapple automobile frame, which I don't know why it's called that because this is a pumpkin. But you just need a flower, a carved pumpkin, and a blaze powder. And this one's pretty heavy, but it is pretty cool. It has a cute little face. So this is the body of the vehicle. Now, if we want to be silly, we just do the smallest wheels, which would be the standard. There we go. 4 of the smallest wheels right on the pumpkin here. We've used every engine, so you're getting diamonds now. This is what happens when your wheels aren't big enough. But at least I have a cute little pumpkin I can drive with the tiniest wheels ever. Wait, let's make an off-road pumpkin too. The off-road wheels overlap on this guy. That's crazy. Give him the diamond engine. Now, this is what happens when we have off-road wheels on the pumpkin. This probably wouldn't make the safest vehicle. Let's try to off-road as much as we can. We'll go up the mountains here. Yeah, look at this. I mean, we were able to maintain our speed all the way to the... Oh, are we cooked? Trying to not drown. All right, now it's time for the many attachments that exist in this mod. Actually, let me pull up this real quick. So these are all the craftable attachments we have. We showed off this one earlier. These are, we'll go over them more. The front attachments, we have the grass cutter and the crop harvester. We'll show those off. These other two front attachments will be the last ones we cover because they're very interesting. But all the attachments are pretty similar. First I'm going to show you is there's the utility ones, where it's just cobble, stick, and planks, and a different utility block. So we have crafting table, chest, loom, cartography table, grindstone, all of those guys. Even the actual auto mechanic workbench. So here's what it looks like when you're in a vehicle. You can just pull it along with you. And it's a bit confusing because at first when I was trying to use this mod, I'm like, why can't I click on the loom? It's actually meant to be used in the inventory of the vehicle. So whenever you have one of these on the back, it's just meant to be opened up in the inventory. So let's just say I was in I had to make a ton of banners. I could just drive around getting sheep and then just keep the loom in the back seat. I don't know why you would really honestly need a loom, but it is cool that the option's there. Like, why would you... Dude, the horn, for me, by default, my sprint key is the same as the horn, and I constantly honk it when I get in the seats. But, yeah, so all of these you can go in. If for some reason you were just constantly smithing your armor, you could keep it in the back. Probably the most useful one is the chest. Of course, you can just carry a chest of inventory around. There's actually, why didn't I set it up? There's one more utility one that I think is actually the coolest. There's one called the saddled barrel, which I guess, okay, yeah, you need smooth stone, iron nugget, an actual log, a barrel, and a saddle. And this is interesting because it's just like a chest, in the sense that it's just on the back of your vehicle. And when you go in, oh my god, the horn. When you go in, your inventory is there, just like the chest, but it's saddled, meaning if I cannot accidentally run this guy over. Here, actually, I'm gonna just get out. There we go. I can get him to sit on the back. So I can have inventory, and I could kidnap a villager and bring him back to my base. This, I think, is super, super cool. This would probably be the primary attachment I have on a vehicle when I'm driving around. The villager here is going to keep the engine running for me. Thanks, man. But let's go to the more interesting utility ones, or the farming ones, should I say. So the next one we're going to make here is the backhoe. This basically is the same attachment, except you need to make sure you add cobblestone, an iron hoe, and a copper ingot. And you get yourself the backhoe. It's kind of straightforward. It simply adds a hoe to the back of your tractor. And you know, you can make some crazy crop circles if you hit some donuts. This is how crop circles were made. Farmers just hitting nasty donuts in their fields. Oh. But yeah, that's the paver attachment. I think that one is... you can press space to lift or lower it. So you don't have to be actually messing up all the land. Okay, and the next one here, I believe it's called the paver. Yeah, so same thing, except you need gold and an iron shovel, black stone, or just stone, iron, stick, wood. And you get a paver, and it's just like the hoe, except it paves the ground. And it's the same thing. If you click spacebar, you can disable it, press space to enable it. This is pretty helpful. The thing is, it doesn't work over tall grass. So if you were going to like treat a large field, you would actually want to use the front grass cutter first and then pave over it. Same with the farming one, actually. Next, we're going to do the front crop harvester, which is kind of like the grass cutter, except you use gold and cobblestone here. Oh, as well as a copper ingot in the middle. And you get this bad boy. The crop harvester is, I imagine, would be pretty straightforward, but you go over your crops like that. It harvests and puts them straight into your inventory and replants them, which is kind of insane. Boom. So this is a tractor you would want to keep on the fields and actually would make large-scale farming a little bit more practical without automation. Also, for another rear attachment, we have the banner post, which is 2 sticks, cobblestone, iron, and a log. And you get a little inventory space to put a single banner. I put the pillager banner on here. It'd be cool if you had a brigade of people, or you were just driving around a server and wanted to represent your faction. So for the front attachments, these are where things get very interesting. I'm actually going to do this one next. This one is called the mob controller. So you have to get flint, gold, copper, emerald, redstone, and iron nugget. And let's put down a regular standard red car here and give it the mob controller, which is the simple, tiny little thing in the front. And you may wonder, What is the point of this? What is this for? Well, this one allows mobs to control your car. I imagine people who know Minecraft logic, this could have a lot of use. I just think it's very funny to watch hostile mobs try to drive their way into villagers. So let's spawn a husk. Oh, we got a baby one. Well, hey, there's no driver's license in Minecraft. You're good. And basically, the mob's AI gets taken over. Oh, you know what I realized? This car I put down has tiny wheels, so you're just stuck in here. Just driving into a wall over and over again. Oh, he's chasing him down. So this is certainly a fun thing you can do. And this poor villager, oh, he learned if he just takes the high ground, he gets away from the baby. I wonder how terrifying that is as a player. It's like, okay, I know there's a baby zombie after me. Okay, no. Oh, dude, you do not know how to drive. What are you, a baby or something? Oh God, ow. But yeah, I can imagine there are some very interesting things you could do with that. Our last attachment here is the autopilot. So let's put down the shopping cart here and put an autopilot front attachment on it. So yes, this does make it so it runs automatically, but how do you get it to go anywhere? Well, there's these autopilot signs you can place down, and well, they'll direct the car where to go, and it just kind of listens. Hold on, let's put one really far away. I don't know if this is in its sights or not. Oh yeah, it is. What the heck? And it honks when it's near you, so it read the sign and just turned and kept going. It has tiny wheels, I guess, so it's going to keep trying to go over there until it hears its next direction. It's just going to keep going. So I can just keep putting signs and be like, oh, poor buddy's stuck over here. We should have had one with bigger wheels. But the autopilot will try its best to follow the autopiloting pathway you set for it. And then it will just keep going. So I imagine with the right attachments and a good redstone person, you could do some very interesting techniques and things with these and make some very useful tech. But you definitely want to install some bigger wheels. This villager got on the tractor with... Is this how you're going to be... You're repping the pillager banner, dude? Well, here, have a mob controller. Will the husk go after the zombie with the villager, and will the villager run away? Dude, they're like doing perfect turns around each other. Oh, he's gonna hit him. Oh, he's getting him. Oh, he's cornered. Oh, the tractor can climb. Oh, you came back down, villager. You're dumb. There you go. And lastly, the Minecraft terrain obviously isn't the greatest for vehicles. So this adds some new ways that you can improve your terrain, including making slopes like the steep slope and the shallow slope. So one uses 4 ingots, this one uses 3. You just need a glow ink sac and a slime ball as well. And you can make some slopes and they'll just adapt to the color block that you place it on top of. And it makes them easier for vehicles to climb over. The shallow slopes are interesting. They basically make going up a block take a little bit longer, but they're pretty cool. They're a little bit slow for a player to go up. Anyways, you do that on one of these regular cars. It just becomes a much cleaner drive up experience, right? But there's more you can do than just adding slopes. You can make this stuff called launch gel, which you just need 1 quartz and 2 slime balls. And this stuff is very interesting. I had to kind of experiment to figure out what the heck it does. So it's just gel you place on the ground. And let's just take a regular vehicle, which this one has wheels that are too small to go up blocks, but we can go up blocks with this. But the launch gel launches you up in the air. So with a fast enough car and timing, you could use that to either clear areas, make some secret areas, or use autopilot and do some crazy tech. Goofy freaking horn. Boom. Well, that gives you a pretty beefy jump. Now, lastly, there are dash panels, which you'll use 6 iron ingots, blaze powder, a redstone, and an ink glow stack. Are cool. So these are like little speed panels where if you drive over them, if you've ever played a racing game, you probably already can tell what this does. It gives you a big speed boost if you go over them, and they're not that expensive. So if you were to pair them up with just say a little ramp, these ramps are actually compatible with the technology. And try not to accidentally hit that one and go up this ramp. And it gave us the jump boost from the gel, and now we're just going. So I'd probably just have like a launch ramp out of my house garage, just so I can just go flying. Wait. Yeah. If you drive in a straight line, it's much easier. You can just like throw a launch gel down and be like, oh, big river. Made it across. Wow, that actually cleared that river pretty good. Launch gel. Oh, this is a deep chasm. You know what's interesting? If you had water breathing, it looks like these drive underwater. Except now I'm suffocating. I'm gonna be real. If you went into a deep ocean, you went down here with the water breathing, and then you had like a little crafting table attachment, this would be pretty nice to go mining in. You could finally get those underwater caves without floating around everywhere. But that was everything in Automobility. Oh, they're killing each other over there. If you want to see more mod reviews, please let me know which mods I should check out and showcase. I'm doing this one because on my main channel, I've been working on a vehicle mods video. I think this will probably come out beforehand, but make sure to be subscribed to my main channel. I'm trying to do bigger and grander things over there while covering mods on this channel. Anyways, take care of yourselves, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.